In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the May 2025 work in progress balance changes alongside a Golden Knight teaser. So something might be different with the Golden Knight in the near future, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about after I show you guys this mini set of work in progress balance changes. Not a lot of changes this month, which is quite interesting. And because they are work in progress, be sure to leave your feedback in the comments as well on social media, where there's a high chance Donald, the guy in charge of the balance changes, will see your feedback and maybe add some additional changes, because there definitely are not a lot of changes this month. And PowerPoint presentation format is back, guys, because I got a date tonight and I don't know when I'm going to be waking up tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to record. We'll have to do this format. A lot of you guys liked it anyway, because yeah, Royal API posts it right when they come out, so figured I'd record in advance. Guards nerf is the first one. It's going to be the damage getting nerfed. Old value is 122, new value 115, minus 6% damage. An interesting way of nerfing the guards. They're not nerfing the hit points, so they're still going to survive. Arrows, so kind of a small nerf to them. Definitely not a idea I had of a way of toning them down, but I think it's a smart one, because the uniqueness of living to arrows, unlike the Goblin Gang and other swarms, I think is going to make sure they stay viable as a card and still serve their purpose. So I really do like this change. Next is going to be the Evo Cannon, which is getting a nerf. Definitely a lot of people asking for this one. The Barrage Radius is going to be getting a nerf. So before it was 2,500, now it's going to be 2,000, a 20% nerf. This is going to be very significant because it drops 9 bombs. All nine doing 20% less radius. That is a very big nerf. I would not be surprised if this goes from being one of the best evolutions in the game to an average one, but I do think it's deserved at the same time. If anything, maybe they could have made it 10% or 15 instead of 20, but I think everyone was getting sick of the Evo Cannon with how broken it's been recently. And the next change is going to be the Evo Pekka getting a buff. Now, this might be a lot of memorization, so don't stress. I mean, you'll learn it over time. The first thing is going to be the small healing effect. So this old value is 142. It's going to 160, which is a 13% buff whenever the Evo Pekka takes out small units. So that would be things that don't have a lot of hit points. For example, like the skeletons, the goblins. You're going to be getting more healing now from that. The next is going to be a buff to the medium healing. So that's going from 282 to 318, a 13% increase to the medium healing effect of the Evo Pekka. So that's likely when it kills things, for example, like a Musketeer and Ewis, troops with medium health, right? So that's what you're going to be able to expect after that. And then lastly, of course, is the large healing effect of the Evo Pekka. It's going from 565 to 638, which again is a 13% change. So they did keep that all consistent, which I think is nice. So that's easier to know, like, okay, 13% increase for all the levels of the Evo Pekka. So you can kind of think of it all around as a 13% buff, which is a very big buff, in my opinion, to the Evo Pekka. Might be a little too much. Maybe something more like 8% would have been a bit more appropriate, but we'll see how it plays out. And lastly, guys, we do got the Royal Chef, which is getting a buff as well. This is going to be a hit points buff. So it's going from 2,703 to 2,921, and it's going to be an 8% buff to the hit points. Could be wrong, but I think this is going to make the hit points similar to maybe the Cannoneer. I think it might actually have more health than the Cannoneer, but maybe less than the Dagger Duchess, or around the same as the Duchess. That's my guess anyway, but obviously this is less health than the Princess Tower, without a doubt. I think my prediction is the Royal Chef. There's no way it's going to be OP after this buff, but it's probably going to be viable in at least 1 or 2 beatdown decks, which is probably the goal of giving him this buff. Alright guys, before I get into the Golden Knight teaser that I'm talking about, here's my thoughts on the balance changes. I think everything getting changed is fine, but I think a couple additional changes, of course, would have been preferred, just because there was only a few. So a Prince nerf definitely could be one, especially because guards were nerfed. That's an indirect buff to the Prince, one of the best counters to it, and it has been sort of strong recently, kind of on the lookout in terms of if it needs a nerf or not. And then the Boss Bandit kind of for the same reason, because once again, guards are a nice counter to the Boss Bandit. So I have a feeling these two cards might need an emergency nerf or a nerf in the very near future. And then a couple more buffs would be nice as well, of course, like a Spawner, or one of the off-meta cards like Skeleton Army or Rune Giant, because it's always exciting to see buffs, because if a card's completely dead, there's not much you can do with it, so it's always good to make them viable, right? As you guys can see, he essentially got turned into what people would call a quote-unquote Chad. I don't know what's going on with his like chin here, but yeah, so Golden Knight. This is the teaser they provided for us, Golden Knight. So be on the lookout for some stuff going on with the Golden Knight in the near future. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say. I don't actually know what Clash Royale is going to caption their tweet when they tweet this out, but anyway, I know that this is the picture for it. So yeah, some people talking about, I forgot to zoom in here. And then also, I should probably low-key, hello everyone. This is just kind of showing you guys kind of a weird video probably, but yeah, you guys get a little bit of insight on how I do all this stuff. But yeah, 9-win rewards in 2017 versus 2025. So people pointing this out, look at this. In 2017, at 9 wins, you got 25,000 gold, right? 25,000. And then look at what you're getting. Wow, bro. The downgrade is ridiculous. It's like deflation, bro. Deflation is crazy. This much deflation, too, is like just absurd, man. I mean, like, what the heck is going on here? Like, how did this happen? How did things get this bad? Like, how did the economy get this bad, bro? This is just like, I don't even know what to compare it to, like, in the real world, like a country, you know, that their economy just gets ruined, like, after a war or something. But this is a video game, for goodness sake. Oink. That's the Minecraft movie, those of you guys that saw it. If you know, you know. Chicken Jockey. By the way, there were actually hog riders in the movie. I'm not even joking. They literally said hog riders. It was when they were flying through the air. If you guys remember that. I feel like a lot of people didn't catch that, actually, that play Clash Royale, but I did. They literally said hog riders in the actual movie. You want me to fight the pig? And then, grrr. Hog rider. Alright, yeah, pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Pretty cool. Can someone explain what is that? So I started playing the game like yesterday. I wanted to watch some videos about the game to play better, but then when I was browsing through different things about the game, I saw a picture of legendary chest. Can someone explain how to get it? How do we tell him, guys? How do we tell him? Moment of silence. Yeah. Wow. But, yeah. Conquer enemies worldwide, guys. We'll end on that note. Make sure to like, subscribe, creator code BOSS. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about everything I talked about in this video. And thanks again until next time, guys.